Hello, this is RICKY, the Android Guy. Hey guys, today I'm bringing you a great video, and that is the best tablets for the holidays of 2013. These are my top recommendations on the tablets you should be getting this holiday season. Starting off at number 10, the new Lenovo Yoga 8 tablet. This is a 16GB model for $249, or they do have a special discount on their own website for $259, only $10 more for the 32GB, which is really good for the price point, of course. Now, the reason why this is so low on the list, of course, though, is because although this does have a really beautiful feel and look, in terms of performance, it's really not on par with a lot of these other tablets that will be on this list. However, because of its quote-unquote 18-hour battery life, it cannot be left off of this list. So although it is great for battery life and pretty much like web browsing and basic users, you're not going to want to use this if you're planning on using it for a bit more productivity instances. Number 9. The Toshiba Excite Pro. This is a 32GB model for $499. Definitely giving you a lot of storage for your money. And really, this tablet would have been higher on the list again, except for Toshiba didn't really support it all that well. They were supposed to come out with a beautiful looking keyboard case that some reviewers even got, but it was never brought to the US, and I tried and tried as I searched for it, I could not find it. So therefore, it's not higher on this list. It does, however, have a Tegra 4 processor, which was not used by many manufacturers, but still is a great processor and definitely good for the graphics. So for that reason, it is on this list and really good for the price if you want just a really good 10-inch tablet for a lower price point that can outperform a lot of devices. Number 8, the LG G Pad 8.3. It is now on sale for $299 for the 16GB model. Very good, considering that this is going to be a very well performing device. You have specs that are very high end. You have a great Snapdragon processor on there, as well as a 1080p screen, making it one of the best screens for an 8-inch tablet out there. It's really good overall, and nice, of course, aluminum brushed, which a lot of people do like for the look and feel. The only reason this one isn't higher is, again, because of the support. LG hasn't really done anything to make this tablet kind of stand out. Yes, they have the mini apps, but that's not that as much helpful on an 8-inch compared to a 10-inch. So for that reason, it just doesn't set it apart itself unless you have an LG G phone. Other than that, it doesn't set apart any kind of groundbreaking things for tablets. For number 7, we have the Galaxy Tab 3 7.0 LTE version. Now, I wanted to point this out because I did not really care for the Tab 3 7.0 version personally. 8 gigs was just too small of a storage and the processor was a bit slower. However, the LTE version goes for $259 or $299 off contract and down to $50 or $100 on contract. So very low price points for an LTE device, to say the least. However, though, the main thing that attracts this is a far better tablet than the Wi-Fi model. You have double the storage at 16 gigs. You have a faster processor going at 1.6 gigahertz, I believe, as well as you have the multiple users, which is really useful for a 7-inch tablet when you yourself want to use it and you want to let your kids use it as well. Separate accounts means everyone gets their own interface, which is, of course, great. Number 6, the Galaxy Tab 3 8.0. This is one that I don't feel gets enough recognition because of the Note 8 that's out on the market, but the Tab 3 8.0 is a really solid device. You have it for going for $249 now for the 16GB model, which puts it in the price realm of the Nexus 7, yet this is an 8-inch series. You do, of course, have split screen, a faster dual-core processor going over the 1.5 gigahertz processing speeds, and 1.5 gigs of RAM. Of course, one of the biggest things that makes this device special is the split screen feature on a 8-inch. So for that reason, it's really good, a lot of great bang for your buck, and it has a longer battery life than most of the other 8-inch tablets out there on the market. Coming in at number 5 is the Asus TF701T. Now this is the newer version of the Infinity Pad. And this is a 32 gig model going for $429. Obviously, this is probably one of the best bang for your bucks in terms of a 32 gig model. I can't actually think of another 32 gig at this price point for a 10-inch tablet. So this is the best bang for your buck in the 10-inch realm. Now, the other thing that separates this one, of course, is that you do have a keyboard dock traditionally with the Infinity Pad series. So coming at if you add the keyboard, it's for $566. You get a 32 gig Asus tablet with a good processor and good performance overall. It's another Snapdragon one, and it really does good performance overall. Again, the reason why this isn't higher on the list really is just for the support. Great productive device, and I mean, with the keyboard case you have about 15 hours, which is amazing for a tablet to have that kind of battery life. So for that purpose, I put it at number 5. For number 4, this would not be a tablet holiday list without an iPad on it. Now, when it came to the iPads, I had to choose. I wanted to choose one. I didn't think that both were really worth it. And for me, the iPad mini is a much better deal. So the iPad mini with Retina display, 16 gig for $399 is a much better deal compared to the iPad Air. Essentially, you have the same device. It's just a smaller device, and there's no real dramatic benefit of getting the iPad Air, especially since the iPad mini is lighter than the iPad Air. So for that reason, I feel that an iPad mini with a MacBook Air or a MacBook Pro would be a better fit than an iPad Air and a MacBook Air or a MacBook Pro. It just seems like it would be better for travel-friendly size and to still get everything you need done rather than have the iPad Air, which is $100 more and just offers you about an inch more of screen. Coming in at number 3, we have the Surface 2 32 gig. Now, I recently used the Surface 2, and I have to say, I really do see the benefit of this tablet. I feel that although it is $449 for the 32 gig model, you really should consider the price point to be $579 because you should have the type cover keyboard. Without this, it's really not worth it, but with it, it's really a great tablet to have. Very productive because of the fact that you can use Office or and internet anywhere you are. I recently had forgotten my laptop on a day when I had to send out an email for work by a certain time. Luckily, I had my Surface tablet with me. I was able to send off the PowerPoint presentation and type it all up right then and there and send it through an email. That I couldn't have done with pretty much any other tablet that quickly and that efficiently. Because this has Office built into it and because it has an internet browser, it really is a great tablet for those purposes. Not to mention it has the longest battery life out of any tablet on here with the exception of the first one, which was the Yoga. Coming in at number 2, the Note 10.1 2014 edition. Now this one I struggled with making it number 1 or number 2 because it is by far my favorite tablet. I am really just in love with this tablet. The 10.1 2014 edition is my favorite tablet by far. I just felt very productive with it. I could do things that I could do on all of these other tablets on this list, including typing up a document, anything like that. It was just very efficient and very great to use. The only thing I wish it would have is a keyboard case, which I'm hoping Logitech Zag or even Samsung themselves will come up with. That is the one thing that I feel that would make this the perfect tablet, and it would have got number 1 for that purpose. However, it's still, although it's a great tablet, I feel that it's going to be out of the price range for a lot of holiday shoppers. If you want the best of the best in Android though, there is no comparison. The Note 10.1 2014 edition is the way to go. And coming in at number 1, the best tablet for this holiday season is the Nexus 7 2013 edition. The reason why is just because if you're going to get a gift, it's reasonable on all accounts. It's not that high of a price point where you're going to break your bank to get it for someone. Coming in at $229 for the 16 gig, it's a really great value. And even if you want to get them the LTE version, it's $349 for a 32 gig LTE version. So it's really not going to hurt your pocket as much as most of these tablets on this list, and therefore should be considered by all to be a great tablet for the holiday season. Alright, this was the best tablets for the holidays of 2013. Hopefully you found this list helpful. Which tablet are you getting this holiday season? Please leave it in the comment section down below and why you're getting it. Hopefully you liked this video. Give a thumbs up if you did. And thank you again for watching. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.